What if I told you that a veteran goalie had the chance to jump ship this offseason, but chose to stay loyal to the Toronto Maple Leafs? That's right. Despite multiple offers from other NHL teams, Matt Murray decided to stick with the Leafs, and it paid off big time. After 638 long days, he finally secured his first win, showing us that perseverance can lead to triumph. Stay tuned as we dive into how this decision could shape the rest of the season for both Murray and the Leafs. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video to keep up with all the latest Maple Leafs news. Matt Murray's recent performance has sparked a lot of conversation among Toronto Maple Leafs fans. After a long hiatus of 638 days from the win column, he finally secured victory against the Buffalo Sabres, making 24 saves in a game that ended 6-3. It's hard not to feel a mix of emotions about how close we were to seeing him don another sweater. According to NHL insider Nick Kyprios, Murray had several offers from other teams this offseason, but he chose to stay in Toronto. Now, I can't help but wonder, was that the right move? I mean, think about it. The Maple Leafs took a calculated risk by acquiring Murray and extending his contract. The team's medical staff deserves a ton of credit for getting him back to a place where he could perform at this level again. Coming back from bilateral hip surgery is no small feat, especially for a goaltender who relies so heavily on agility and quick movements. It's a risky path for anyone, but for a player like Murray, who has 2 Stanley Cups under his belt, the stakes were even higher. You have to appreciate his perseverance. It might not have been a flawless return, but he's healthy now, and that's a massive relief for us fans. Remember how critical the goaltending position is? Murray may not have showcased the dominance of a 2-time champion just yet, but he's in a position where he can lead by example and help shape the future of this team. Now let's talk about the potential what-ifs. What if Murray had chosen to go elsewhere? How would that have impacted his recovery and the Maple Leafs season? I can't shake the feeling that it could have been detrimental, especially considering the injury woes the team has faced. With Murray, he's already contributed to a respectable record of 15-8-2, with a 3.01 GAA and a 902 SV%. That's not just good for a backup, it's an asset for a team looking to make a deep playoff run. It's interesting to think about how he fits into the roster. Not many goalies in the league bring the pedigree that Murray does. He's not just filling a role, he's a veteran presence, a calming influence, and someone who has been through the fire. You can't underestimate the value of that, especially in high-pressure situations that the Leafs often find themselves in. So, was retaining Murray the right call? I'm genuinely torn. On one hand, keeping someone with his experience is invaluable, but on the other hand, it comes with the uncertainty of his health and performance consistency. But I do believe Toronto made the right choice in giving him every opportunity to return to form. The road back to the NHL has been long and arduous for him, but now that he's here, it feels like we might be on the cusp of something special. And let's not forget, the success of the Maple Leafs hinges on these strategic moves. Each decision impacts our chances this season and shapes our future. As fans, we invest so much emotionally into this team, and with every game, we ride the highs and lows together. Auston Matthews is out again, and honestly, as a die-hard Toronto Maple Leafs fan, it's tough to swallow. According to Chris Johnston from TSN, our captain will miss at least one more game, with his status still uncertain for Monday's matchup against the Winnipeg Jets. This injury saga has been ongoing all season, and it's starting to wear on all of us. I mean, losing your star player is never easy, especially when he's a 3-time Rocket Richard Trophy winner. Just the other night, we saw the Leafs take on the Buffalo Sabres, where they emerged victorious with a solid 6-3 win. But even in that game, Matthews took some heavy hits, including one from Tage Thompson that led to Morgan Rielly stepping up for a fight. It's clear that the team is rallying around him, but the fact that Matthews missed the morning skate before that game, that raises some red flags for me. Despite the ongoing injury, Matthews has managed to squeeze out 7 points in his last 7 games, including 3 goals. It's impressive, but you have to wonder how much more he could contribute if he were fully healthy. He started the season off slow, with just 5 goals and 11 points in his first 13 games, and then came the injury designation of day-to-day after the game against Minnesota on November 3rd. missing nearly 3 weeks and even flying out to Munich for treatment. That's a serious commitment to getting back to 100%. The team has been tight-lipped about the specifics of his injury, which is a common practice for Matthews. He's known for keeping details about his injuries close to the vest, and it seems the coaching staff is following suit, perhaps to prevent the situation from escalating. They're doing everything they can to ensure he's ready for the playoffs in April, and that's the key focus right now. Currently, Matthews has 11 goals and 23 points in 24 games this season. He's still fourth on the team in both goals and points, which shows how valuable he is, even when he's not at his best. But it begs the question, how does this impact our playoff hopes? The longer he's sidelined, the more pressure there is on the rest of the team to step up. And let's be real, can we rely on the secondary scoring consistently? As a fan, it's hard not to feel a mix of anxiety and hope. You want to believe that everything is being handled properly, but it's tough when you see a superstar like Matthews struggling. You have to wonder if it would be better for him to take the time he needs to heal fully rather than rush back for a few regular season games. You know, I'm honestly torn on this. Do we risk further injury for the sake of a few points in the standings, or do we play it safe and ensure he's ready for the big stage? And what about the rest of the roster? This is where the depth of the Leafs will be tested. Players need to rise to the occasion, and we need to see more from our top lines. I'm looking at you, Marner and Nylander. Now is your time to shine. The chemistry needs to click, and the team needs to rally together to keep our playoff dreams alive. So, what do you think? Is it better to play it safe with Matthews or push him back into the lineup? I want to hear your thoughts on this. Comment below, and let's discuss our expectations and frustrations. And as we continue to navigate this rollercoaster ride of a season, make sure to like this video, share it with your fellow Leafs fans, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss any crucial news. Let's keep the conversation going and support our boys in blue.